What's good with y'all boys? This your boy Sauce Boy Top, and today we got a DC sergeant arrested with a Glock with a switch with a drill rapper. Yes, you heard me right. A sergeant arrested with a drill rapper, ski.
And before the arrest, as soon as we learn more, we'll have it for you this.
Sometimes your biggest downfall ain't the system. It ain't your haters. It's you, the choices you made, the people you surround yourself with. And in this story, we got a man who had talent, still do, opportunity, another shot to break a generational curse through music. But instead of the spotlight, he ended up in the headlines of the news, in handcuffs once again. Today, fam, we talk about one of the most talked about neighborhoods in Washington, D.C. A neighborhood with a handful of rappers who got a name for themselves just based on rapping alone. But we narrow that down on one or two men, mainly about a man with a gift for music, but a trail of street choices and a circle that keep pulling them back. His most recent run-in with the law didn't just end in a traffic stop. It raised eyebrows across the city, knowing he was arrested with a sergeant, and the charges just so happens to drop. Now, recently, the sergeant who got caught with him, I say this out the gate, they saying from his neighborhood. Now, we'll later confirm and deny those allegations in this story. On top of the fact we talking about an officer and a local rapper being arrested together, fam, it seemed they also had switches in the car. Now, for those who don't know, this isn't just a random name off the block when it comes to this rapper. This is a name that's been talked about in the DC circles for years. People said he had the voice, the energy, the pen to put the city on the map again. Coming from one of the most respected and most troubled neighborhoods in the district, he carried both the weight of the environment and the gift of music talent that could have taken him far and still can. But like many stories we covered, retaliated against on top of the hill in his own neighborhood. We did that story. I'll leave the link in the bio. That landed him 20 to 21 months. It was supposed to be a lesson, the turning point, a chance to get out, focus on music, and finally separate himself from the cycle. Yet and still instead, here we go again. Fresh out, continuing his rap career, but once more, back in police reports. Instead of Billboard charts, the question remains, is the talent we're watching grow, or is this another...
No, his ass with Q50. We know what Q50 be on. We done covered Q50 on this channel a plethora of times. His ass is the top crash out ski.
DC story of potential wasted before it even get the chance to breathe. Today we go over this story, briefly talk about this man and also another fellow rapper that associate with his community. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I'm gonna give you the language. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Washington, D.C. has always had a complicated relationship when it comes to law enforcement. Unlike most cities, it doesn't have a full statehood or control over its laws. Congress and federal agencies can step in at any time. Back in the 1980s and the 1990s, D.C. was labeled the murder capital. During the crack epidemic, federal agencies like the DEA and the ATF flooded the city, running joint operations with MPD. That's when a lot of neighborhood names like Berry Farms, Simple City, and 37 became locked into the public record.
Damn, that was like the motherfucking hood of the hood, ski. Homework.
Now, for those who've been living under a rock, Trump has promised the federal crackdown on crime in major cities. He's spoken about...
I'm Donald Trump, and I think I'm the greatest, but I'm really a sad sack of shit.
About using the National Guard and federal agents, and D.C. was the first stop, which is somewhat why we're here today. In early 2025, reports suggested he was expanding mandatory minimums for gun crimes and give prosecutors more tools to go after gangs, drug networks, and people caught with switches and auto sears, which leading to more arrests in the city and more routine traffic stops. But today we focus on one neighborhood, 37 Place Southeast. Some consider small in size, but big in block identity. Like other named blocks in D.C., it's rap heavy in lyrics and visuals. Being from there, some consider it's both a stamp of pride and a target. Police already associate the block with activity, and any artist coming out of there carries the stigma, whether fair or not. Now, some know the name Shy Glizzy, but nowadays, that's the afterthought when it comes to the talent coming out of 37. Got no Savage, a person who we once covered, did a shooting inside of a mall, allegedly, took a plea, came home in 3 years. Then you got Baby J-Mo, a man once arrested after crashing a stolen vehicle at the U.S. Capitol, running from the...
What the fuck? What the fuck? After crashing a stolen vehicle at the motherfucking U.S. Capitol. Nigga, how dumb can you be?
Police, him and his partner being caught with a switch. Now, he came home after doing some time, about 3 years, but recently got arrested after allegedly cutting off his box while on probation. And because of that, he had charges like prison escape. And then you got Gizwa, a rapper from 37 who we also once covered, as mentioned earlier before. A man who was on camera shooting at his op alone after they spent this neighborhood, causing him to be shot in the process, which allegedly led to a funeral shooting the next day. Now, Gizwa recently came home earlier this year, dropping new music with Chicago rappers like Q50.
Nigga, that Q50 the fuck is up, nigga, Q54.
And do you prefer to like record by yourself or have your peoples with you, or it don't really matter for you?
No, it don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't really matter.
And when do you feel like you make your best music then? It's like when you're in a good mood, or you pissed off at the world, or you know you for real. What was that time?
I ain't gonna do it. To this day, man, I got it.
But where you at? Now you got times that she was up, because I'm sure a lot.
So
Oh shit.
I was cool, like some other guys, they'll come across, but it wasn't really none. Like when I want, until
Came home just 5 months ago.
like 20 months.
Okay.
Now, that interview was released a month after Giz came home, just 5 months ago. Fast forward to the last day of September of 2025 on the 30th, Tuesday, he was arrested once again. But this time, he had 2 accomplices, and one happened to be a 27-year-old sergeant for the 5th District in Washington, D.C. His name...
Look at this dumb ass. You could tell he don't even really want to be a cop. That nigga just do this shit for a job. He looked like he wanted to be a street nigga to me. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
It was Sergeant Montez Clark. He was arrested and charged with assault on a federal officer, fleeing from law enforcement and leaving after colliding, D.C. police had quoted. He was behind the wheel of a blue Chevrolet Camaro that crashed into a vehicle with 3 diplomatic security service agents, according to police. And as mentioned earlier,
you niggas crashed into a fucking service top veal. That's how you feeling? Veal. Yeah, homework. But anyway, y'all niggas crashed into a service vehicle with 3 diplomatic law enforcement agents in there. Can we get a motherfucking salute for them? Ski. Because they is in violation of code 3.7.8.11.
due to this new Trump man.
Thou shalt not crash into thou cops while thou have guns in thou car.
Andy Clark and 2 other men, Saku Yates, 25, and Gizwa Russell Campbell, 23, were also charged with possession of a machine gun, carrying a pistol without a license, and possession of an unregistered gun. They was also charged with possession of large capacity ammunition feeding device and violating the National Firearms Act. The feeding device was a switch. Now Gizwa, aka Campbell, was charged with felon in possession.
DC police sergeant in custody this evening, along with 2 other men, and he's charged with several offenses, including assault on a federal officer and possession of a machine gun.
News 4's Mark Seagraves broke the story on social media this morning. He has the details on this troubling case.
The 3 men face a total of 10 charges, including multiple gun charges. One of the men arrested is a D.C. police sergeant with 6 years on the force. Another is a convicted felon. According to this police report, it happened about 9:30 last night here in the 4700 block of Southern Avenue Southeast, near the D.C.-Maryland line. Police attempted to stop a blue Chevy Camaro for a routine traffic stop when the Camaro began to flee, eventually crashing into a vehicle occupied by 3 diplomatic security service agents. The DSS is the law enforcement arm of the State Department. All 3 men in the Camaro were arrested. According to police, 27-year-old Montez Clark was driving the car. Clark is a sergeant.
He was the one driving? Do your motherfucking homework on the police. Running from the police. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? His ass better get the same time I would get if I were to do it. That's all I motherfucking know.
Assigned to the 5th Police District. The 3 are charged with various crimes, including assault on a federal law enforcement officer, unlawful possession of a machine gun, and possession of a large capacity ammunition feeding device. News 4 asked Mayor Bowser about the arrest at a press event this morning.
I can't tell you anything, but if we have, watch the process very closely. We don't want anybody working for us, especially in that capacity, if they're engaging in that type of behavior.
Sergeant Clark and the other 2 defendants are due in court for their initial appearance sometime today. In the newsroom, Mark Seagraves, News 4.
Thank you.
Hey, before we go any further, how much time y'all think the sergeant gonna get? How much time y'all think he finna get, Saw Squad? Let me know. I hope he gets the
Mark, we have reached out to the State Department about the conditions of their agents. We have not heard back.
Now, for those who wondering, it's been allegedly reported that the sergeant is from 37. And what's even more alarming is that the sergeant, according to recent reports, allegedly took the charge. Everything was dropped when it came to gear swap, which makes you wonder, is this a plot for a bigger indictment against 37? Or is this yet another opportunity to take advantage of his talents? I guess only time will tell. Now, at some point, we gotta ask ourselves, fam, what good is talent if the streets keep writing the story? Opportunities don't come twice for everybody. And sometimes, even the second chances come with chains attached. As of now, this is just an update. But only time will tell what the future will bring. Fam, this was the story of a local rapper and a sergeant from DC, allegedly from the same neighborhood, getting arrested after running from police, crashing into another police agency vehicle, and getting caught with a switch. As more developed, I keep you guys updated. Until then, let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah, nah, I ain't even gonna lie to you, Ski.
Just so you know, Kate had a baby, and
I seen that video, my guy. I said, oh shit. I gotta react to that one. The South Squad gonna wanna see that one for sure. Do your homework. But yeah, nah. I hope they ass get sent up the road. Do your homework. Shouldn't nobody be a sergeant doing no dumbass shit like that, moving around with no drill rapper with a switch. What the fuck is we doing, bro? What is we doing? But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, you feel me? Drop your thoughts and comments in the comment section below, you feel me? If I made you laugh once or twice, make sure to subscribe. We upload every day, Ski. You feel me? We always gonna keep you entertained. You always got some shit to watch over here. But without further ado, I'm gonna let you go on with your day. I know you got shit to do, so go get to it.